Well, hello and welcome back to my play-by-email gamer Strategic Command versus the Taxman. And without further ado, let's see what the Taxman did during his turn. Okay, looks like he's doing something in Egypt. We just don't know what. I really don't know if he's going to attack there. Okay, so he's transported out the French unit. So I'm sorry to report, folks, but at this point my recording software failed me. I was unaware of this at the time, and the rest of the replay and all of my turn did not record, and I was busy narrating through the entirety of it, which was kind of funny. Anyway, I do apologize for this, but what I have done is, in conjunction with my opponent Taxman, who put together a fantastic document for me summarizing what he saw during his replay of my movements, we've kind of pieced together an overview of what happened. So just starting off with the rest of the allied turn that we would have hopefully seen during the rest of the replay, I can report that he did some heavy attacks on this armored unit down here, one of my medium armor units. Now, he brought in some heavy bombers from the UK, some French tactical bombers. He moved this French anti-tank unit up and also used this heavy tank French unit here. And with all of those attacks, he managed to drop the strength of this medium armored unit all the way down from 9 to 2. He was so close to destroying that unit. I was rather relieved he did not manage to fully destroy it. So that was a major piece. But in the meantime, what happened on his side was that he lost 5 strength off the anti-tank unit, and his heavy tank unit here took 2 damage. He also pulled back a unit from the Maginot line here. This one here, I don't know where he moved it to, so he was obviously bringing it back to help with the defense of Paris. Now, moving on to my turn, I decided to go after this heavy tank unit because I needed to get a drive down to Paris. So first of all, I softened it up using my tactical bombers here, and I think they managed to do about 2 or 4 damage, I think. I then moved my medium tank unit down to this hex and did some further attacks on that heavy tank unit and managed to actually destroy it. Moving on from that, there's a whole host of things I did. I reinforced these 2 armored units. I took this 6 strength unit up to 8 and the 2 strength armor unit here all the way back up to 8. I couldn't get them up to 10 because I foolishly hadn't moved my HQ unit forward last turn, and that was a grave error on my part. And because these were low on supply, the greatest strength I could reinforce them to was 8, so that was something I will try not to do in the future. I brought this army down to here to drive down towards Paris. That was about as far as I could get. I moved this corps down so it was actually directly north of Paris, which was great. So I've now got one unit that is adjacent to Paris itself. I did some attacks on this French army here and managed to destroy it by using this army and this army, which I brought down for that attack. And I then managed to move this army further on from there, so it is just in this position, 1 hex away from Paris. I brought my northern HQ down to support these units as they've moved forward. And I also moved some of my air units forward as well. Now down here near the Maginot line, this French unit, I'm not entirely certain whether I destroyed it or whether Taxman actually moved it out, but this unit was no longer there. And that allowed me to bring this army down and use this army in conjunction with it for a combined attack on the unit in Nancy. Now I did initially soften that up by bringing these 2 medium bombers down to work on de-entrenching this corps in Nancy, and with the 2 armies attacking, that dropped the unit strength in Nancy down from 10 all the way down to 4. And I think that was about it on the Western Front. So let's just move on to Italy. So let's just have a quick look down at what Taxman put together for me around Italy. So I did a further advance here in the south. I moved my corps here all the way up to Toulon. Took Toulon and found the weak garrison that he had retreated back into Marseille. I managed to destroy that garrison, but I didn't have any action points left to actually take Marseille. So Marseille is now open. I also moved a couple of the other Italian units that were in this northern area here and moved one of them all the way up to Lyon. And that was about it, folks. So that was about the extent of what happened during this turn. Now, I do apologize for this. I will endeavor to make sure it doesn't happen again. I am having some software and hardware issues at the moment. I'm working hard to resolve those. I hope this hasn't detracted from your enjoyment of the series too much. But nevertheless, if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That really does help me out. Please subscribe. Check out my Patreon page. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.